Hi, Sergeant Roy here. I'm an Army Master Fitness Trainer and also a Master Fitness Trainer of Sergeant Roy Fitness. I'm glad that you had the opportunity to check out my website to look at some of the training videos I'm going to be able to offer to you. One of the things that I'm really interested in is being able to offer training packages, videos that you can sit back and train, be able to put workouts together. They're relatively simple and easy. One of the passions that I have is being able to break down exercises and routines to help you gain the maximum effect for your workouts. Now, we all know that working out, some people look at it as bigger than what it is, but it's very relatively simple. Being able to understand the mechanics and the techniques on how to be able to put a maximum workout together. So if you're interested in training, interested in being able to reach those goals, then these videos are for you. So take time. If you're ready to train, let's get ready to go. Wali Ali,
yes,
nice
sir.
to meet you.
Pleasure.
Now, I noticed that Wali Ali, we're almost about the same height, 6 feet, maybe 6'1".
Yes, sir.
Okay. And the thing is that, when I have new clients that come in, I always try to figure out what their profession is, what do they do during the day, and obviously you're a professional musician.
Right.
So he's on his feet a lot of times, or if he's, I know I work with I'm a little novice musician myself,
Right.
or he's sitting a lot.
Bass player, right?
Bass player,
Okay.
bass player. But he's always on his feet, he's always moving around. So a lot of times he's not in these confined positions where he's at hours at a time, because he's, unless, probably back in the day he could probably do backflips and all that kind of stuff. But at our age, it's just keeping it rolling.
Keeping it moving.
I've seen some of his videos, very awesome musician. So what I do is look at him and kind of get the feel where his life is, where he is like that, and what mobility things that he does. So obviously, professional musician. So what I want to do is try to do what we call an assessment. An assessment is being able to kind of look how his body moves. So I would probably have him just reach down and just see if he can see how hard he can touch his toes. To give an idea, that's pretty good for right there, and come back up. Right there, that's pretty good for someone his age. I normally don't get that, so that's a plus.
Okay.
And then when I would sit back, and then another thing I would do is sit back and raise his arms over his head. I want to see how far his flexibility on his arms, bring him out to the side. There you go. Bring him in the front. There you go. And bring him down. Okay? And we rotate him back to the rear, straight up and around the back.
Like that?
Yeah, around the back. Just one, both at the same time.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Right there, slow. And I would just want to look at the rotation of his shoulders to see where we're going to do some shoulder work, all right, and rotate him forward. And then what I try to do, through conversation, I try to find out, that's good right there, does he have any ailments going on in his shoulder joints? Because I know guys our age, one of the main things are our backs, but I'll get to that in a moment. But to look at his shoulder joints, does he have any aches? Because I would have to design a program around those injuries right there. So if you have any knee issues, because I'm going to have him do. Now we're not going to go out there and run wind sprints, but we're going to do forms of cardio that he can do. Fitness is at a level that I'm going to design fitness to his level. I'm not going to design it to like he's an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old. He's a 63-year-old man, and he can do fitness. As far as I'm concerned, I get asked all the time, when are we going to stop? When they throw you in the ground. That's when you stop. Okay? And then I heard heaven's a 24-hour fitness. Okay? That kind of thing. Okay? So what I'm going to do, you stay right there, and what I'm going to try to do is try to get a little test on his endurance. Okay. I'll have him hold some dumbbells, and I would just hang him down here, and he's going to curl up and down. I'll do some reps, and then I want to just kind of look how, just kind of nice and easy and slow, not too fast.
Okay.
And then they're like 8-pounders, and I'll just kind of watch his arms, kind of watch the endurance of his muscles. Now, if he starts getting really tired really fast, then I know I have to sit back and kind of watch him a little bit and slow the reps down. He seems pretty strong, okay? And break, right? That's his biceps, okay? And we'll get into later the different muscle groups. These are your biceps right here. So his biceps look like he's pretty good. Then I'm going to look at his arm strength on his shoulders right here. I'm going to have him bring him up over his head and just lift him up. And down and up. Go down and up. Nice and easy. Don't flinch. Now, I don't know if you can see that on camera. He's got big shoulders. So I have to be kind of careful of that because I'm not really getting the full range of motion on his shoulders because he's got all that muscle back here. It's not fat. Again, I said muscle. He's a big guy. That's probably from holding the guitar a lot. So, okay, 2 more. one more, and break, okay? Now, another thing I'm gonna do, you can hold the dumbbells. I wanna check the flexibility of his legs out, okay? Now,
Trouble.
trouble, right? But fitness, it's like a puzzle. When I look at his body, it's a puzzle. I'm looking at the upper body. I'm looking at what he can do on the lower part of his body. It's all working together as a symphony. It's all working together. So what I'm going to do is check out his legs. He's going to stay with his feet shoulder width apart, okay? And he's just going to come down. He's going to do like little mini squats, okay? And just come down and up. I want you to keep your chest up. Don't look at your feet. And just come down and go up. Down and go up. Keep going. Down, go up. And then I can tell right here he's got great flexibility for someone his age. Keep going. Let's do 5. We got 4. Don't lock your knees out. We got 3. We got 2. One more. And break. Give me those. Good. Fantastic. All right. Yeah. So that's just a very simple assessment. So right now, just judging from that, I can really get a good workout out of him, and I will when we go in our early segments. I don't see any injury. You don't have any injuries?
No.
Okay. One of the things I wanted to go back and revisit is lower back. Big guys like us, the main thing that goes out on us is our backs. It's because our lower backs are doing all the work. And when I hurt my back 10 years ago, and I thought my career was over. And I found out from my doctor that I have to have my obliques, these are your abdominal muscles on the side, and your hamstring. Those 3 muscles, your back, obliques, and hamstring have to work together.
Okay.
But us big guys, we're always muscling stuff with our backs. That's why you see players like Shaq, Charles Barkley, these guys all have bad backs now because they've been pounding on that lower back. So that would be probably the one thing I would really focus on is developing his strength in his legs and his back, because he's got a big upper body, but I don't want him to hurt his back. And one of the things is, being a musician, he's got a probably 2 or 3 hour gig. I've done that before. You're on your feet, you're playing all night, sitting there, and your back kind of gets really, really tight. So that's one of the things I know from my doctors, to be able to work on those muscle groups. So again, to revisit, his assessment looked really good. Arms he's got good mobility in his arms. He's got good mobility in his legs. This is going to be a great relationship. Marriage made in heaven, right there. Thank you, Waleed.
Thank you, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you very much. That's it. So if you're looking for, this is the kind of stuff that we're going to do with you, develop workouts, breaking it down, developing programs that you can use yourself to make sure that you hit your goals. You don't have to be the quickest. You don't have to be the fastest. You don't have to be the strongest. You have to do what? Finish. There was a wise man that told me once, the story of the tortoise and the hare. The tortoise will always win the race. So what are you saying? You just got to finish. That's it. That's success. Thank you. And we look forward to seeing you. All right, Sergeant Roy here. I hope you enjoyed that workout. It was definitely challenging, and hopefully that it really helped you kind of set new goals for your workout right there. Now, eventually, if you have any questions, you can also reach out to me on my website, which is www.sergeantroyfitness.com. If you have any questions on how to put workouts together or how to go through the mechanics of a particular exercise, reach me at that website, www.sergeantroyfitness.com. So, hope you enjoyed that. Get ready, there's going to be more opportunities for you to train. I'm going to push you to make sure you reach those goals. If you need to reach me for any questions or comments or remarks, I can be reached at 980-225-4053. Again, 980-225-4053. And here's the good training.